Anyway, as I walked past, I gently turned and I farted on him mid-step. And I sat down, told Mrs. Rusty that. Panties dropped. Instant.
He's giving me hearts. I mean, I wasn't actually going to be nice to him. I was going to drown him.
Big jolly lips. Oh my god, look at the state of this snake. What are we doing? Look at him. Whoa! Did you see his face? Can we give this guy the burnt stuff? Here you go. Here you go. Eat it and get out. I don't think we should talk to anybody else for now. We've already murdered 4 people. Well, 3 people. I don't know what happened to the other one. Maybe we got a 2 for 1 with the goblins, or maybe a 3 for 2 if she was pregnant.
Oh, God. Piss off.
There's one thing I'm good at doing, is flinging dicks.
What happened here?
Lost the damn city. That's what happened.
Alright, calm down. It wasn't my fault. Ah, doors. Right, this way. This way. Like, this is the sort of game I think you should play if you really hate yourself.
Get this over with, I guess.
Okay.
Let's get this over with, I guess. Sounds like my wedding night.
What are you doing? Are you...
I'm
You almost
drowning
had to
you.
drown.
I'm drowning you. What do you think I'm doing?
That's really nasty.
Right, now are there creatures in the bushes? Oh! Oh my god! Oh my god! This isn't the kind of pulling off this guy was expecting, was it, guys? Let's head to the lights. I think we're safe where the lights are, aren't we? Ah! Look at it. There's a big old fist. A big old rubber fist dildo. That's what we've earned. That's what we've earned after spending 2 months on Sunday Night Heat. There's a big old fisty dildo. That's the real prize, not the Hardcore Championship. This is it.
You just... Oh, no, it wasn't you, it was someone else.
I don't need to hear. No, right. I tell you what. Right, the soundtrack, right, is so fucking happy, right? And no, that's not how it is. The reality of this is it's fucking bullshit. So I don't need to hear all the la 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 la. Oh, we're having such a fun time. Oh, we're Nintendo and it's all so family friendly. Fuck off, right? I don't need to hear. I'd rather sit here in silence with my anger and my rage, and that's how I'm going to enjoy the next 2 races in Mario Kart. Okay, that's it. I don't need to hear the bullshit coming out of those speakers. No, thank you. No, sir. Rage.
Well, you are catching up, mate.
I had a star. Before. See you later, fucker. No! The sounds! Oh, no! Hey, here's the ladies. Right. Ready, guys? That's what you've been waiting for. Mum, don't watch.
You want to dance?
So wait, is lava just a volcano, period? This ladder here. Oh, hello. Oh, okay, bye then. he didn't want to fight me. We just killed a baby. And when it was a baby dinosaur, but we still killed a baby. Like, what's a frog's anus really like? Really? Is it watertight? I mean, is my anus watertight?
Right, we got her. Yes! Where you're going, you won't need eyes to see.
Go. I'm trying. We're on her! Yeah! Turn the knob. She's good at handling knobs. She's been passed around all the men in this friend group. Rusty to do his liquid shits in. Oh my goodness. Oh my god, look, it's the same picture!
Today, I've been asked to cook with ingredients you found around the house.
They spared no expense on the actors then. That was for Jill. Oh no, there's Jill. She's alright actually. Don't worry about it. It was for our fallen brothers, like Sheva said. Has anyone in the chat had any real life experience with a dragon dildo? I hope you guys are enjoying watching me die so many times. We're the bad boys of Moria, is what we are. Don't f with the bad boys of Moria. Barlin's bitches is what they call us. Let's insult each other. I walked in on them doing something inappropriate with lettuce, so obviously they attacked me to stop the truth getting out. What truth was it? I don't think I want to know.
Tase him. Right, run up. Let's kick him in the bum. Yeah, he didn't like that. They don't like it in the bum.
You'll let me take the skin off? Thank you. I like to peel the skin back, Rex. I like to peel the skin back. I like the feeling of it. If there's one thing I like, it's a big chest.
What's the biggest threat that frogs face?
The
I
French.
might not have.
There's somebody in here. There's somebody in here. There's somebody in here. There's somebody in here. I headbutted it. That'll solve a lot of problems. You got a kid that won't get to sleep? Headbutt. That'll do it. That'll do it. That's how Mini Rusty went to sleep so soundly tonight after she stopped crying. Once the tears went away, she was out. The best way to motivate me is to shit in me. Can we ride the cow? Right, go on, to freedom! To freedom! Not really, to your death. Oh god, it did. Oh my god, there's a man in there! Sorry, I had to pause it. I was a little bit startled. I don't know if you could tell. You've got a whole dead bird. Whole dead bird on here. Whole dead bird. That's what you want. That's what you want in a headpiece, isn't it? T-Man says your beard is epic.
Oh, thank you very much. Yeah, yes, it's not. I grew it myself.
You should see his cock. No, you shouldn't. We're gonna go kill a tree. Apparently, that's an exciting quest, isn't it? We're gonna go kill a tree. Ahoy, ahoy, mates! Welcome back to. Where's my camera? Camera's a bit broken. What's going on here? Hang on. Let's turn it off and on, shall we? Let's turn it off and on. No, look, still broken. Stand by. Stand by. Look at it. Shit's fucked already. Shit's fucked already. Be right back. Be right back. Room, like you'd be sitting here, just looking at nature, looking at all these stuffed animals while you're taking a dump. And while somebody's on the sofa as well, like you got guests over, you're like, oh, excuse me, I really needed to just shit out a poo, yeah? And then you'll come sit down here, and then they'll be like, yeah, how's it going? How's the job? Oh, yeah, job's going fine, I've been busy abducting people, you know how it is. And they're like, oh, yeah, and nobody's saying, but they can. Alright, let's try that. Looks like we're fine now. I was frozen in time, but we're back. We're here with another Fighting Fantasy. Now, I got another couple this week. Port of Peril, which I don't think I own in actual book form, and Temple of Terror, which, if memory serves me correct, this is the last one we actually tried from the proper book. And I don't think we did very well. I think this was quite a hard one, so I'm keen to have another go at this one with the bookmarks. So, shall we begin? Yes. Let's begin. Temple of Terror. I'll tell you what we need to do first, actually. Let's just make sure we've got a decent character portrait. This one. This is me. Any other options? I don't know what these mean. Quick dice and quick combat. Let's skip those. Right with that? Alright. We'll continue. So, this is where we pick our difficulty and stuff. We're not going to go with Adventurer. We're definitely not going with Hardcore Hero. We're going with Free Read, which has been good for us, I think. Gives us the back button, which we used like a couple of times. The free choice button we haven't used. It says you can unlock all links irrespective of whether they're available. So, like, say, do you have a silver key? And we don't have one. We'd still be able to pick that option. So we won't use that. But I like the heal me button that we can use, so we never run out of stamina. That's good for us. I think regardless of which we use, we can still use the bookmarks, which we used quite extensively last week. So we'll keep up with that. But I'm going to go with Free Read, just because it just seems like easy mode for me, and that's how we like to play. Okay, so we've chosen Free Read mode. First, though, we need to roll for stamina. So 2 dice, and 12 gets added to it. So we want to get high numbers. Oh, that's good. We can keep on clicking to nudge the table a bit and knock the dice, but I think 10 is fair. It's a good roll. There's a good stamina. Next, we determine our skill, which is 1 die. 4 is good. 6 would have been better. Now luck. Let's get a nice high roll on this too. No, keep going. 5 is what we rolled, definitely. Next, you must be equipped. Oh, I don't think we had that in the other ones. Let's see what this says. You will start your adventure with a bare minimum of equipment, but you may find other items during your travels. You are armoured with a sword and are dressed in leather armour. You have a backpack on your back to hold any treasures you may come across, as well as your provisions, which will restore 4 stamina points when consumed. You also carry a lantern which lights your way. We've got our... Let's look at our adventure sheet right now then to start. 22 stamina, 10 skill, 11 luck. Backpack, lantern, leather armour, 10 provisions, and a sword. And this handsome devil here. This ruggedly rusty chap here. Right, now let's turn over. Let's get rid of that. Right, background. Here's the little prologue, the intro. Perhaps it was because he was born during a full moon, with the wolves howling around his mother's forest hut, that Malbordus' nature was evil. Perhaps it was something more sinister than that. Or more sinister than wolves howling around his mum's hut. Is that a metaphor for something else? Her forest hut? Is it because she's got like an overgrown thatch down there? Who knows? Perhaps it was something more sinister than that. But it is certain that after his mother abandoned him, Malbordus grew up in Darkwood Forest in the care of dark side elves. He was taught the elves' wicked ways and also discovered powers of his own. He could make plants wither and die simply by snapping his fingers. He could make animals obey him with his piercing gaze. The elves urged him on and helped him develop his powers so they could teach him the arcane and evil magic of the ancient elf lords. Magic so vile and powerful that it kills unworthy users. Well, in pursuit of such evil powers, Malbordus grew into manhood. In order to prove to the elves that he was ready to receive the Elf Lord's knowledge, he first had to pass a test. He was ordered to journey south to the Desert of Skulls to find the lost city of Vatos. In the city were hidden 5 dragon artifacts, which he would have to find and collect. A simple incantation would bring the dragons to life to serve the forces of evil. Malbordus would then instruct them to fly him back to Darkwood Forest, where a massive army would be assembling. He would receive the ancient powers and lead the hordes of chaos across Alancia in an unstoppable wave of death and destruction. It was only by a stroke of luck that these terrible plans were discovered. On the edge of Darkwood Forest lived a strange old wizard named Yastromo, something of an eccentric. He lived alone in his tower, practicing simple magic and communicating with animals and birds. He was always willing to sell small magic items, so that he could afford to have bought him delicious cakes from all over Alancia. His sweet tooth was the cause of his only link with the outside world, as he rarely left his tower. It was therefore much to everyone's surprise that he came huffing and puffing into the village of Stonebridge. What could possibly have forced old Yastromo to venture through Darkwood Forest to Stonebridge? Well, what indeed? Probably something to do with Malbordus, I would wager. All the dwarfs who lived there were so eager to find out, and a message was sent to Gillibrand, their king. After the rigours of a recent quest, you are resting in Stonebridge, enjoying the merry company of the dwarfs. Your wounds almost healed, and the local blacksmith has honed the blade of your sword as only dwarfs can. Resting on a porch with your feet up on the railing, you are intrigued by the commotion in front of you in the village square. Followed by a throng of inquisitive dwarfs, Yastromo climbs the stone steps of Gillibrand's house, and is warmly greeted at the top by the king. The crowd falls silent when Gillibrand raises his hand, and Yastromo turns to speak. You slide out of your chair and join the crowd to hear what the wizard has to say. With a glum expression, his face almost as long as his beard, Yastromo relates the bad news concerning Malbordus. The dwarfs look up apprehensively, as though expecting the 5 dragons to descend upon them at any moment. He calls on them to show courage, saying, "Friends, look on the bright side. At least we are warned of our impending doom, thanks to my pet crow who overheard the conversation between the Dark Elves and Malbordus. What we must do now is find somebody who can reach the lost city before Malbordus and destroy the dragon artifacts. We need a fearless young warrior who is willing to risk life and limb to save us all. Is there one among you who would volunteer?" I think it's probably going to be me, isn't it? I don't see any of these dwarfs raising their little stubby hands. Each dwarf looks around to see if another has dared to accept the challenge. Standing there watching the worried dwarfs, you realise that there is only one thing you can do. With a wry smile on your face, you raise your arm in the air and offer your services. Yastromo sees you and says, "Haven't I seen you somewhere before?" "Never mind, you look like the kind of person we want. Make way for our brave volunteer. We must leave for my tower immediately. Come along, let's be off. You have a lot to learn, but I cannot teach you much until we are safely through Darkwood Forest and inside my laboratory." You hardly have time to cram your belongings into your backpack before the impatient wizard leads you out of Stonebridge towards his tower on the southern edge of Darkwood Forest. Well, there we are. We're the only one that can go to, what was it, Vatos? to find out what the fuck is going on. We'll see. We'll see if we can help stop these dragons and the evil elves and their armies. Oh, look, is this him? This is him. This is Nostromo. This is the wizard that we've just been talking to. For an old man, Nostromo is surprisingly sprightly. You cross Red River and the ploughed fields beyond, and soon reach the edge of the forest. Nostromo still doesn't stop. He takes a narrow path leading into the dark wall of trees. The light fades, branches and knotted roots obstruct the twisting path and make the walk very tiring. You ask Nostromo why he seems unconcerned about the possibility of being attacked by forest monsters. He chuckles and tells you that his magic is well known and respected by all the creatures for miles around. None would dare challenge Nostromo. After spending a peaceful night in the forest, you reach Nostromo's tower by mid-morning the next day. You follow him up the spiral staircase to a large room at the top of the tower. Shelves, cupboards and cabinets line the walls and are filled with bottles, jars, books, boxes and all manner of strange artifacts. Nostromo slumps down into his old oak chair, by now looking quite tired from the long journey. He reaches into his pocket and pulls out a fragile pair of gold-rimmed spectacles. After placing them on his nose, he peers at you over the top of them. You feel quite unnerved by his piercing gaze. Finally, he says, "Anybody who would hope to defeat Malbordus must certainly know a little magic. You look bright enough to learn some, but I don't think you have time to absorb the 10 spells I would like to teach you. By the way, I would like to know how privileged you are to learn my magic, but a crisis is a crisis. Now, let's get on with it. Which 4 spells shall I teach you?" Oh god, so we've got 10 to choose from and we can only have 4. Oh, we're going to pick the wrong 4, aren't we? We're absolutely picking the wrong 4. Alright, so you think about the task ahead before telling Nostromo your choice. You only need to take one of each spell, as they can be cast multiple times, as long as you have the energy to cast them. Ooh, what energy do I use? Do you think it uses stamina? Or do I get like another stat we don't know about? Because I don't... Oh, that's my map. Get out of here, map. I don't have... I'm sure last time we did have another stat shown up here for... It was time, wasn't it? Was it hours? I can't remember. Alright, if we click on one, will it tell us what it is? The open door spell will open any locked door. It drains 2 stamina when cast. Okay, still browsing. Creature sleep. The creature sleep will put to sleep any humanoid creature. But for how long? Magic arrow, let's see. Nostromo's magic arrow spell will cause a small shimmering dart to be fired from your fingertip with deadly accuracy at any target. Drains 2 stamina when cast. Maybe. Language. Nostromo's language spell will enable you to understand any creature you try to communicate with, no matter what tongue it speaks. Could be good. The read symbol spell will allow you to read any runes or magic symbols. That could be useful, because we had to do like an incantation to awaken a dragon. Or at least that's what Malbordus has to do. So maybe if we could do that, maybe language and read symbols would be good for us. The light spell will illuminate any room, cavern or area. I've got a lantern, so I don't think we need that. We can skip that. Fire. The fire spell can be used to either make a defensive wall around the caster or simply ignite a torch or lantern with... no. Jump? Can I not just jump without magic? Oh, jump over walls or across pits. 3 stamina though. Ooh. Detect trap. Forewarn you of any dangerous trap which might be laid before you, although you still have to overcome the problem using your own initiative. I'm not good at using my initiative. Alright, I'm going to go with open door. I'm going to go with creature sleep. I'm going to go with language and read symbols. Those are my decisions, rightly or wrongly. We probably should have bookmarked the page before we made the decision, but it's too late now. We're not bookmarking now. We'll have to wait. So as soon as you learn 4 spells turn to 180, we will. Oh, look, what's going on here? Are they like loading a dead body into a boat or out of a boat? It looks like a body bag, doesn't it? We'll see. The old wizard looks at you solemnly and says, "Every minute is vital. You must begin your journey immediately. Without doubt, Malbordus will learn of your mission to thwart him and may send an assassin or 2 after you. My crow will lead you as far as Catfish River. From there you can either take a river vessel to Port Blacksand and then a sailing ship south, or journey overland to the Desert of Skulls. A grim task is ahead of you, but our thoughts will be with you. Thoughts and prayers." Thanks, Nostromo. Nostromo leads you back down the spiral staircase and out into the open. Suddenly he gives a shrill whistle. A large crow immediately swoops down from the top of the tower and settles on his shoulder. Now, Crow. Well, it's a bit rude. He's not even giving his crow a name. He's Faye, Crow, fuck you. Now, Crow, guide our friend as far as Catfish River and make sure to keep a good lookout. The last thing we want is an ambush on our doorstep. You shake hands with Nostromo and reassure him that you will destroy the dragons of Vatos before Malbordos can attain his evil goal. He smiles and hands you a pouch containing, nice one, 25 gold pieces. He then commands his crow to fly south. The crow squawks and flies off. You hurry after it, turning just once to wave goodbye to old Nostromo. Walking through the tall grasses, a shiver runs down your spine at the thought of Malbordos' assassins coming after you. You travel steadily south, only deviating twice to circumvent danger spotted by the crow. 3 hours later, you arrive at the banks of Catfish River, at a point where it is spanned by a rope bridge. An old barge is moored to a jetty beneath the bridge, and you see several rough-looking characters unloading sacks. Oh, that was that picture we saw then. If you wish to cross the bridge, turn to 23. If you wish to buy your passage on the barge to Port Blacksand, let's cross... Well, hang on, let's read about the bridge. Just says beneath the bridge. Doesn't say it's like a dangerous bridge, does it? So let's cross the bridge. What's the worst that can happen? I tell you what, let's bookmark it. There we go. It doesn't matter what happens now. We've bookmarked it. We're going to cross the bridge. You watch the crow fly back towards Nostromo's tower before stepping onto the rope bridge. The crew of the barge are not concerned by your sudden appearance and continue with their various tasks. After crossing the bridge, you continue south across the scrubland. After an hour or so, you see smoke rising in the east. If you wish to investigate the source of the smoke, turn to 316. If you'd rather continue south, turn to 159. What knowledge do I have at the moment? I've forgotten already. I don't have any. Normally we have a little notepad here, don't we? So we haven't learned anything useful yet. We have got a load of stuff though. We've got a load of stuff. I think we were supposed to keep going south, weren't we? But do we want to see what this smoke is about? What's the worst that could happen? We'll have a look, shall we? We'll have a look. Oh, look, something's going on here. Somebody's shooting arrows at this guy. I hope I'm not this guy. You soon discover that the smoke is rising from the burning roof of a wooden hut. 2 dark elves in their familiar black hooded cloaks are firing flaming arrows at the hut. Suddenly a man appears at the door, forced out by the choking smoke. Armoured with a sword and a shield, you watch him run towards his attackers. Before you can help, he is cut down by 2 arrows. Dark elves step out from behind cover and walk towards their dead victim. Shall we attack them or not get involved and hit? I mean, I kind of feel like we've made the decision to investigate over here. We should be attacking them, shouldn't we? I'm doing it. I'm doing it, gang. You draw your sword and run towards the murdering dark elves. Time to fight. Alright, we easily outskill this guy. Hopefully we don't get shit rolls. So far so good. So far so good. So we are the white dice, the enemies are the red dice. Smash it. Easy, mate. Easy. Let's face the second one now. Just as shit. I reckon we can do this without taking a hit, guys. Triumphant. Right, we defeat the elves. You find 2 gold pieces among the elves' belongings, and you take one of their bows and the 2 remaining arrows. Well, that was lucky. After burying the poor man who was killed by the elves, you set off south again. Although the scrubland is quite barren, you are surprised to see a patch of ground which is totally black. There is a smell of decay in the air, which appears to be coming from the black patch. Holding your nose, you walk over to inspect the patch and see that there is a bronze medallion lying in its centre with the letter M etched deeply into it. Could the medallion have been dropped accidentally by Malbordos? If you wish to pick up the medallion, turn to 226. If you'd rather leave it where it's lying, thing is, right? Smell of decay coming from the black patch in the ground, which is emanating, or this medallion is in the centre of the black decay patch. If I touch it, that seems like a recipe for bad shit. Let's leave it. I don't think I don't think any good is going to come of it. So we're going to just pretend we didn't see it. The day wears on and you make good progress over the flat scrubland. When it's finally too dark to walk any further, you find shelter in a cluster of boulders. Roll 1 die. Oh god. If you roll a 1, is a 1 good or is a 1 bad? We'll find out. Okay, we rolled 6. Let's find out if that was good or not. The night passes without incident. Well, that's good. You wake at dawn feeling refreshed. You gain 2 stamina points. You sling your backpack onto your shoulders and set off again. Have we got that bow in our inventory now? Bow and arrow. Should say arrows. We do have 2. Right, turn to 305. Up ahead in the sky, you see something flying towards you. As it gets closer, you see that it is a creature with the body of a large bird of prey, but the upper torso of a woman. It begins to emit a piercing shriek, which you instantly recognise. You frantically plug your ears with cloth that you rip from your shirt, so as not to hear the mesmerising call of the dreaded harpy. If you can and wish to use 2 stamina to cast a magic arrow, don't have it. So we've got to fight it with our sword, never mind. Alright, already I'm feeling like we picked the wrong spells from Nostromo, because we didn't pick magic arrow. Right, we're going to fight it with our sword. The vicious harpy swoops down to attack you with its razor-sharp talons. You must fight. Let's do it. Oh, skill of 8. This is quite a tough one then. See how we get on. Not off to a great start. This is fine. Right, one more. We got this. We got this. If you win, you set off south again, keeping a watchful eye out for other hostile creatures. As you walk along, a leather pouch suddenly drops out of the sky onto the ground in front of you. You open the pouch and find a note inside, written by Nostromo. It says, "Friend, I have learned of bad news. Malbordus is already ahead of you, but look up, for help is at hand to enable you to catch up." Obeying his instruction, you look up and at first think another harpy is above you. But then you see that it is a gigantic eagle gliding through the air. The eagle circles above you and then lands with effortless ease close by. Pleased that old Nostromo is concerned for your life, you climb onto the back of the eagle. You are soon riding through the air, travelling quickly toward the Desert of Skulls. However, your good fortune is quickly brought to an end where you hear an ominous screeching above you. Like a giant diving gannet, a hideous pterodactyl swoops down to attack the eagle. Oh, fuck me, we can't catch a break. If you're carrying a bow and arrow, fuck we are. Also, look, we can't use magic arrow because we don't have it. We are carrying a bow and arrow. The diving pterodactyl is a difficult target to hit, and you aim carefully before releasing the arrow. Your skill is reduced by 3. If the total is the same or less than your skill, I don't know if we want less or greater. So we're going to be... Our skill is currently 7 then, for purposes of this. Alright, we're greater than the skill. Oh, failed. Alright, well at least now we know. The arrow misses its target and pterodactyl closes into attack. Shall we just quickly try the rewind? Oh, it doesn't matter because we already rolled the dice. So we rewind, but it was still the same result. We still failed. Alright, fine. So the pterodactyl closes into attack. You draw your sword and try to cut down the eagle's fearsome attacker, but the pterodactyl stays out of reach and you are unable to help in the battle between the 2 flying creatures. You must still resolve the battle between the eagle and the pterodactyl. Your giant eagle mount has 6 skill points and 11 stamina points. Oh god, good luck. Placing a bookmark. So what have we got? 6 and 11 for the eagle. Oh my god, look at this. It's got 8 skill. Fuck, we've got to get good rolls. Shit, I think I was good. I think I was good after I nudged it the first time. Alright, we'll take a draw. Alright, good, good, good. Come on, eagle. You can do this, eagle friend. Fuck. Shit. Oh no, this is going well, isn't it? Alright, good. Whew. Let's go for a luck roll. Yes. Okay. One more hit and we've got it. See how it threw the dice up there so I wouldn't be able to, like, see what we rolled. Oh god, it comes down to this next hit. It comes down to this next hit, guys. It's either us or the pterodactyl right now. That's gotta be it. Oh my god, it's a draw! Oh. That's it. That's it, we got it. No, it's another draw. Fuck you. That's gotta be it. He's got snake eyes. Jesus Christ. We are triumphant, barely. Oh my god, the eagle wins the area battle. I hope there's not like a follow-up. That wasn't like phase 1 of 2 or something. Seizing the pterodactyl in its sharp talons, the eagle tears at its neck with its sharp, curved beak. The pterodactyl's death squawk grows fainter as the huge flying reptile plummets to the ground like a stone. You cheer the valiant eagle as it continues to fly south. After flying over Whitewater River, the terrain becomes gradually more arid. When you at last reach the edge of the desert, the eagle flies down to land. It is dusk, and the eagle does not intend to fly into the desert. You dismount and look around for a place to shelter, and opt for a hollow in the crusty sand. You awake soon after dawn, but are disheartened to find that the eagle has flown off home. You stare out into the desert landscape and see nothing but barren sand. Wondering what fate will befall you in the wilderness, you start the long walk south. As the sun rises, it quickly becomes uncomfortably hot. By noon, your mouth is parched and your thirst is unbearable. Oh god, we haven't got create water. Okay, we haven't learned this spell. Does that mean we die? The afternoon sun continues to beat down relentlessly, its intensity causing shimmering waves of heat to rise from the parched sand. Your mouth and throat feel as if they've been baked in a clay oven, and you begin to suffer the consequences of loss of water from your body. You lose 4 stamina. If you're still alive, we are, turn to 24. What's our current, we're on 16 of 22. We can keep going a little bit. Oh, look at this. It's a skeleton. Some dead creature here. You walk by... excuse me. You walk by the dry white skeleton of some unknown large creature and notice the corner of a wooden box jutting out of the sand inside the ribcage of the dead beast. Do we? Oh, yes, look, it looks like a suitcase, doesn't it? If you wish to dig the box out of the sand, I want a bookmark first. I do want to dig it out, though. Inside the wooden box, you find a mirror and a sealed clay pot. You place the mirror in your backpack and decide what to do with the clay pot. Break it open. It's going to be a genie, right? A good genie. Break it open. We're doing it. You crack the clay pot open with the hilt of your sword and are surprised by the hissing sound of gas escaping. The box is a looted treasure chest, but the bandits did not fall for the trap that was left inside it. Oh god, I fell for it though. Your head is engulfed in a cloud of poisonous gas which you cannot avoid inhaling. You lose 6 stamina points and 1 skill point. Fuck me. Are you sure about that? Are you sure about that? Hang on. Get out of here, bookmarks. Rewind. We leave it inside the box, obviously. That's what happened. We didn't open the pot. You have walked for only about an hour when the sun begins to set. The flat desert sand offers no shelter and you're forced to sleep out in the open. The night passes without incident and you are soon on your way again. By mid-morning your thirst is great and you long for a drink of water. You search around and suddenly see a bulbous green plant covered in sharp spikes, looking like a small round cactus. Oh, do we want to open up? It says it looks like a cactus. Is that trying to tell me that it's definitely not a cactus? I think you know what we've got to do, guys. We've got to put a bookmark here. Just in case. We're going to cut the plant open. You cleave the top of the plant and see that it's filled with water. Yes! Carefully avoiding the spikes, you scoop out handfuls of cool water and soon feel refreshed. When you have drunk your fill, you set off south again. Excellent. I'm very happy with that. What the fuck is this? What is going on here? I don't even know what to make of this. So it looks like it's got like a crocodile face, but like tentacle arms and fidget spinner hands. I don't know what this creature is. Walking steadily south, you are unaware of the unseen danger in front of them. Your right foot sinks into the sand and you feel a sharp pain as something begins to tear at the flesh on your leg. You stab your sword into the sand as a sand snapper tries to overcome you. It shudders and the sand is shaken off its brown body to reveal its gaping maw, crammed with cutting teeth. It is impossible to penetrate the thick scales covering its hide. Some of the scales are suddenly pushed apart by 2 long tentacles. I said tentacles, which are trying to grab you and pull you into the sand snapper's mouth. Hang on, can I use my language spell and say, "Oi, mate, come on, pack it in." Ignoring the pain in your leg, you begin to hack at the tough tentacles. If either of the 2 tentacles wins 2 consecutive attack rounds during this combat, you will become restrained and unable to fight back. Oh no. Oh no. Bookmark. We're going to place a lot of bookmarks. Maybe we should just do one every page. Time to fight. How tough is a tentacle though? 7 stamina and 7 skill. Oh, even after fudged it, I still didn't win. Look at this, we're winning easily, guys. We're just rolling so well today. That one I didn't even have to fuck around with. Smashed it. Right, one more. One more and the first tentacle's dead. He's gone. Second tentacle, same stats, good. We can do this, we can take him. Okay, we took off both tentacles. Do you think the beast retreats, or do you think he's going to come in for a bit more of a ruck? The tentacles carry the 2 main nerves of the sand snapper, which cannot function any longer. Its hideous maw falls open, and you are able to withdraw your badly cut leg. You lose 4 stamina points and 1 skill point. So we still lost a skill point, even ignoring the jar. So I think either way there, we lost a skill point, whichever option we chose. If you still live, you bandage your leg with strips of torn shirt. Oh god, we're losing so much of our shirt. First we put some in our ears. We tore off like Hulk Hogan to shove in our ears so we didn't hear the harpy screams. Now we're bandaging it. We're going to get sunburn. You suddenly see movement in the sand, being made by what looks like a large lizard. Here it is. Hello mate, you right? Sticking his tongue out. Fuck off. Get out of here, pervert. When it scurries closer, you see that its head is somewhat bird-like, and its eyes are large and yellow like those of a toad. It is a deadly basilisk. Will I fight with my sword? Rummage through my backpack for another weapon? I mean, what have I got in my backpack? I've got a mirror. Oh, a mirror! Wait. Is that even any use? Am I thinking of a different creature? Am I thinking of a different creature? Well, I'm going to rummage in the backpack. I'm going to bookmark. There we go, bookmark. I'm going to rummage in the backpack. Look at that. Mirror. You suddenly remember that a single glance from the piercing eyes of a basilisk is enough to kill. Oh my god. I was thinking of the right thing. I possess a mirror. Boom. With your eyes shut, you hold out the mirror at arm's length. You have discovered its only weakness. The basilisk perishes by the strength of its own reflection. Hardly daring to look at the dead basilisk, you hurry on south as fast as you can. On and on you walk, under the searing desert sun. Late in the afternoon, you see footprints in the sand leading from east to west across your path. Oh, do we want to follow the footprints or keep walking south? Bookmark. Let's investigate, shall we? It might lead us to shelter for a little bit. Before long, you reach the body of a man lying face down in the sand. There is no blood or any other sign of him having been attacked. And yet, he is dead. Despite having a water canister which is only half empty, there is a look of agony on the dead man's face, as if he had witnessed something inexplicably terrible. There is nothing belonging to the man which is of any use to you, apart from the water canister. You place it in your backpack and head south again. I'm glad we got the water canister, because as I was reading that, I'm like, there fucking is something useful. Alright. I'm glad we got that, though. Half an hour later, you see a low brown tent, which you recognise as the type used by desert nomads. A horse is tethered to one of the tent pegs. Shall we make contact with him? Why not? What's the worst that could happen? Look at him. He looks like a very jolly fellow. He looks like the Ghost of Christmas Present, doesn't he? From like Muppet Christmas Carol. Or maybe he just looks like Brian Blessed in a dressing gown, actually. Which I suppose is the same thing. It's the same look. It's a good look. You are no more than 10 metres from the tent when suddenly the flap is thrown back by a fat bearded man in yellow robes. Well, that sounds like my wedding night, guys. His fingers adorned with ornate gold rings. He does not attempt to threaten you, but beckons you inside his tent, saying, "Stranger, you look in need of a rest. Please accept my hospitality. I may even tempt you to buy some of my exotic wares." Well, I only have 27 gold, though. Sensing no apparent danger, you step inside his tent and squat down on top of a rug. The nomad, whose name you learn is Abjul, gives you food and water, which makes you feel much stronger. Thank you, Abjul. You gain 4 stamina points. What are we looking at right now? 16 to 22. We lost a skill point. I think that's permanent now, isn't it? I don't know if we picked the wrong spells. We'll see though. Abjul then smiles and says, "Now, what will you buy, my friend?" He goes into great raptures about all the goods he has to sell, which you finally learn are as follows: sealing wax, an onyx egg, ivory beetle charm, bracelet of mermaid scales, crystal key, ebony face mask, bone flute. If you can and wish to buy any of Abjul's goods, feel free to do so. I mean, I could buy all of them. I mean, what else do you think I might need money for in this thing? Shall we just buy everything? Seems like it could be useful for sealing stuff. No way. Choose it. We're going to get the onyx egg, ivory beetle charm, bracelet of mermaid scales. No mermaids were harmed in the production of this bracelet. I don't want it then. I only want conflict scales. We'll have it though. Crystal key, ebony face mask, bone flute. There we go. And how much gold have we got left? 9. We took his entire stock. Oh, fuck is that? Not long after the tent is out of sight, you begin to feel a slight tremor in the ground beneath your feet. Suddenly the sand starts to shift before you. It rises into the air and then falls down in a great cascade to expose the long body of a huge worm. You realise with horror that a giant sandworm is about to engulf you with its spiked oval mouth. It is at least 20 metres long and you must fight it. Fuck. Alright. Oh god. At least there's an if you win. So we've got a chance. Is it worth... It's definitely worth using the heal, isn't it? There we go. Oh my god, it's got 10 skill. He outskills us. We would have been a match if I hadn't lost that skill. Gutted. Alright. Let's hope we roll good. Good enough. Good enough to start with. Oh my god, look, I just seen how much stamina it has. Fuck me. This is like a boss fight, guys. But it's not the end, is it? It can't be. But it's like this mini boss. We're just going to make sure we fudge the rolls and win every time. Alright. Fuck. Alright, we didn't fudge it then. We fucked it. We got this. We got this. Now I know I can tap these rolls as well. I thought I could only do it when I was rolling my stats. Otherwise I would have been doing it in all the other combats in the previous ones we did. Right, come on. 5 more wins is all we need. Right, one more. We got this. Oh, close one. We are triumphant. Well done, guys. You chip off one of the sandworm's teeth, which may be useful as a weapon. You tuck it into your belt and continue south. You walk steadily until the sun sinks below the western horizon. Under the cloudless sky, the desert quickly becomes very cold. We can't do a fire spell, so we have to turn to 395. It's so cold you are hardly able to sleep at all during the night. You lose 3 stamina points. You are wide awake and thankful when the dawn rises over the horizon to heat up the desert air. As soon as it is light enough to see where you are walking, you continue your trek to the south. The desert quickly heats up, and you are soon toiling under the white sun. Not far to the west, you see what looks like a cluster of trees with large birds circling above them. If we should walk over to the trees, let's bookmark. Let's bookmark before we do this. Are they vultures, do you reckon? Are they going to think that they can just come and eat me? As soon as you get close, you see that the trees surround a pool of water. You have found an oasis. Well, let's drink the water then. If the birds had been any lower in the sky, you would have recognised them as vultures, waiting for another victim to fall dead by the side of the poisoned waterhole. Oh no, hang on. Didn't happen. Didn't happen. Continue south without drinking. We got the guy's water canteen. We don't need to drink no poison water. You suddenly stumble upon a large pile of rocks, partly hidden by the wind-blown sand. Do you wish to inspect the rocks? I don't know, because I had a drink then and died. If I inspect the rocks, what's going to happen? They're going to bum me to death? As you pull away a rock, a scorpion runs out from the shadow of its dark crevice and stings you in the back of the hand. You lose 4 stamina points. Oh. You crush the scorpion under your boot and carry on pulling away the rocks. In the middle of the rocks you find a small white cotton sack, which is tied around a spherical object. Let's untie it. After untying the cord, you slowly pull open the cotton sack. Inside you find a glass ball, inside which a tiny man with pointed ears and wings wearing a pea green costume is jumping up and down in a joyous frenzy. You cannot hear his voice through the glass, but you realise that the sprite wants to escape. What's he going to do for me? Bookmark. Bookmark. Let's... I mean, it says if you'd rather leave him, but do we leave him and keep the ball? Or do we just leave him there and fuck off? I think we should release him, see what happens. You tap the glass ball on one of the rocks and watch it break open like an egg. The tiny sprite flies out, rejoicing at the top of his almost inaudible high-pitched voice. He thanks you over and over again for releasing him from the entrapment spell. He sprinkles some sparkling dust on your head and says it will bring you good fortune. You gain 1 luck point. He also advises you to make a headscarf out of the sack and cord to keep the sun off your head, as it's still a long way to Vatos. As you begin to tear open the sack, the sprite waves and flies away. With your head and neck protected, you stride off south. I think we're doing alright so far, aren't we? Long before noon, you are desperately thirsty. If you possess a water canister, turn to 63. We do. Lucky us. You pour all the precious water into your mouth and gulp it down swiftly. Staring into the empty canister, you begin to regret your action. You have no choice but to carry on, but at least you feel refreshed. The sun's relentless heat beats down on you, but there is nowhere on the desolate landscape to offer you shade. If you're wearing a headscarf, nice, we only just made one. Thanks, that sprite gave us the tip. Although the heat is insufferable, your headscarf protects you from sunstroke, and you press resolutely on south. Oh, look. This must be it. This must be Vatos, guys. I think we made it. I was kind of expecting something a bit grander. This looks like something I could knock up in the bottom of my garden in an afternoon. Staring into the shimmering haze, you see a high stone wall, less than half a kilometre away. Various stone towers and roofs inside the wall protrude above it. As you get closer, you see that wind-blown sand has drifted high against the wall, and that no trail or track leads to the entrance gate, which is partly blocked with sand. Vatos! A voice inside you shouts. If you wish to try and open the wooden side door next to the entrance, turn to 382. Okay, I have to, because I don't have the jump spell. The door is firmly shut and will not open. If you can and wish to use 2 stamina to cast the open door spell, I do actually want to do that. How much stamina do I currently have? 13 of my 22. How about 22 of my 22? Joel, we should have opened the door and then healed. What a dickhead. Never mind. We're opening the door anyway. As you whisper the words of the open door spell, with your parched mouth, the door swings slowly inwards. You use up 2 stamina to cast the spell. You step through and find yourself in the middle of a deserted square. I'm sure it's not going to be deserted for long. Looking around, you see no sign of life. On the opposite side of the square, there is a large stone archway. It seems as good a place as any to start your search for the dragon artifacts. You walk through the arch to a stone stairway which descends to a torchlit corridor below. As you walk warily down the stone steps, you wonder where Malbordas might be. At the bottom of the steps, you see an iron casket. Last time we came across a casket was in House of Hell. and we opened it up and a vampire was in there. So we threw some garlic at him and ran away, but that wasn't enough. He set a couple of zombies on us and they bummed us, and we lost. So I'm a bit wary about opening caskets again, if I'm honest. Let's set a bookmark, place a bookmark, and open the casket. You prise open the chest and find a polished iron helmet inside. I think we've done this before in another book. I'm pretty sure it wasn't this book. I don't think we ever made it to Vatos when we did this book before. But I'm sure we've done one of these books before and we put on a helmet and it's been like a cursed fucking helmet. Let's put it on. Let's put it on. The helmet was made by a skillful ironsmith. It will afford you greater protection. You gain 1 skill point. Oh my god, so we back up to... We're only on 10 skill. I thought that would put us back up to what we were. Did we lose more? Oh well. Intent on finding the first dragon artifact, you walk south along the corridor. Oh, what is this? Look at this dude. Ugh. It's like he's leaking out of all of his orifices. As you walk down the corridor, you suddenly feel a light tap on your shoulder. You spin around to see a horrifying creature with ragged clothes on its thin body. Its hollow eyes and mouth are filled with thick slime, which makes your voice gurgle as it whispers the word death in your ear. The messenger of death then disappears, but somehow you know what has happened. The messenger of death is a sadistic killer who plays games with its victims. Staying ahead of you, it will place each letter of the word death in various locations. Should you come across and read all the letters of the word, the messenger of death will reappear to revel in the sight of your life draining away. Oh, fuck you. Malbordis' assassin has given your search for artifacts an unwanted twist. The corridor ends at a T-junction. Patterned drapes hang down from the ceiling to floor on the far wall. Will you pull back the drapes? I bet if I do, there'll be a big D there, won't there? That'll be the first letter, won't it? Turn left. Oh, I mean, I want to do the drapes, but I want to put a bookmark first. Oh, no. I don't want to go there. If there's a D there, fuck it. We're rewinding. But if there's not, fine. And otherwise, we'll take a left. We always take a left. You boldly throw back the drapes, half expecting a sign of death to be revealed. I 100% expected that. But there is merely a plain iron door, which, when you turn the handle, turns out to be unlocked. Will you open the door? I will open the door. Oh no, what the fuck are you? Hello? Yeah, oh, God. Mom, you're supposed to knock before you come into my room. What's this? Got a bucket hanging from the ceiling. He was having a wank. He was using all of his little fucking limbs to jack himself off, and he was trying to get his jizz into the bucket. He was seeing if he could get like a new height record. I'm sorry, mate. Nobody's breaking my record. Let's see what's going on here, shall we? We'll see how close I was. That was my prediction for what's happening in this room that we walked into. You enter a dust-filled room, which has dried blood smeared all over the walls. There's a bucket hanging down from the ceiling on a rope just above your head. In the wall opposite you, there is another door, and in the wall to the left, there is a low arch from which you can hear the sound of scratching. A huge black insect's head suddenly appears out of the dark hole, followed by a long, many-legged body. The giant centipede rushes from its lair to bite you. You must fight. That's right, we got this, guys. Don't worry. Don't panic. Rusty's got you. I'll look after you. Oh no, we ran out of chances. At least it was a draw. Shit. Right, one more hit will do it. This will be it. Smashed it. As the beast is brought to its end, you finally have a moment to explore the room. If you wish to cut the bucket from the ceiling... What, and get covered in a shower of jizz? Yes. The bucket clatters to the stone floor when the rope is cut, spilling its contents, old bones, all around the room. Gathering them all together, you discover that one of them has been carved into the shape of a dragon. This is one of the artifacts you've been seeking. Nice. You put the carved bone in your pocket and walk over to the door in the far wall. Ah, look at that. One artifact already. Malbordus didn't get that one. He didn't get that one. The door opens into the corridor at a T-junction. One passageway runs to the left and right of the door, and another begins immediately in front of you. You see nothing of interest either to your left or right, and well, hang on, let me be the judge of that. We don't even get the choice here. I'm not happy about that. After walking for some 50 meters, your progress is halted by a deep pit which spans the width of the corridor. We're going to have to jump it without magical aid after putting a bookmark down. Okay, roll 2 dice. If the total is same or less than your skill, what is my skill currently? 10. Okay. We should be able to do this. There we go, 5. You deftly pass the skill check, of course I do. You stand back and take a running jump over the pit. Roll 2 dice. If the total is same or less than your skill, okay, let's do it again. Oh, I just read the exact same thing. You seem to hang in the air for ages, but eventually land on the ground beyond the pit. You waste no time and continue straight on. Oh my god, what the fuck is this? What the... We are seeing so many weird creatures in this book, guys. In the gloom of the torch-lit corridor, you see a horrible creature hovering in the air and blocking your path. It is round, with a large eye in the centre of its dark green scaly skin, which is covered with spines. The eye stinger floats towards you, trying to mesmerise you with its hypnotic gaze and sting you with its spines. Do you know what? We haven't had the chance at all to use our language spell. I would have thought we would have been able to, like, say, "Oh, you, stop it," to any, like, creature we face. And nor has it given us the opportunity to use our creature sleep one. We did take creature sleep, didn't we? Yeah. Open door we've used. Creature sleep language read symbols. Pointless. We should have taken the create water one and the fire one. And the jumping one. Let's look through our backpack and see what options we have. Looking for a likely object with which to defeat the eye stinger, you must make a quick decision. Oh god. Mirror, pearl, onyx egg, or none of these? Bookmark. I mean, what's the mirror going to do? We've already used the mirror on the basilisk. What's the onyx egg going to do? Let's try the mirror. Okay, nothing happened. We're going to rewind. No, get out of here, Matt. Get out of here, bookmarks. We're going to try the onyx egg. As soon as you reveal the onyx egg, the eye stinger becomes motionless and closes its central eye. I knew that would happen. That's why I picked the egg straight away. First time. The only option I was going to make. You seize your opportunity and run past the eye stinger, holding up the onyx egg to protect you. Smart, that is. Smart. I'm glad I bought all that stuff from Abjul now. Rather than being picky. It was a good use of almost all of our gold, I think. Running along the corridor, you see an iron grill high up in the right-hand wall. If you wish to prise it open with your sword, turn to 295. Yeah, why not? Bookmark. As you reach up to prise the grill from the wall, you notice that it's been tampered with. 2 of the vertical bars and the joining horizontal bar have been highlighted with white chalk to form a distinct letter H in the centre of the grill. The messenger of death has struck. Oh no, we've seen one of his letters. If you still live. Do you think, though, that's the last letter? Do you think he wrote them in order? Or have we managed to bypass all of the others? We do still live, which is lucky. You reach into the recess behind the grill, but find that it is merely an air vent. Cursing your bad luck, you walk on. We have got knowledge now. That's it, just seen the letter H. That's the extent of my knowledge. I've seen the letter H. Yeah, I know some shit. I don't need to go to school anymore. Seen the letter H, mate. Yeah? Completed it, mate. Right, get out of here. Turn to 157. The corridor soon ends at a T-junction. We're going to go left. Always. You follow the corridor until it turns sharply to the right. On turning the corner, you see a tall reptilian creature wearing armour and holding a curved sword. The lizard man appears to be guarding some sacks that are piled up against the wall. If you can and wish to use one's stamina to cast it, I do. Send him to sleep and steal his sacks. Uttering the words of the spell, you watch with amusement as the angry lizard man slowly drops sound asleep on the floor. You use up one salmon to cast a spell. Yeah. You tip open the sacks, but they contain merely spices and grain. A quick search through the lizard man's clothes produces a large iron key, which you slip into your shirt pocket. I'm surprised we got a pocket left on this shirt, the amount we've been ripping it. You move on, arrive at another T-junction. If you wish to go left, yes. Are we actually... Is this a good idea? Because I've lost count how many times we turn left. I'm thinking maybe we're going to end up going in a circle at some point. We're going to go left anyway. The corridor soon comes to a dead end, although there is a ladder leading up through a hole in the ceiling. Bookmark before we climb the ladder. Ooh. What are you doing here? Poking your head through the hole in the ceiling, you see a small, cluttered room lit by a single candle resting on top of a table. Crouched in the corner of the room is a sinewy little man wearing ragged sackcloth. On seeing you, he snatches a wooden pole off the floor. Talk to him, attack him with a sword, or just go back the way I came. Let's talk to him. Oi, mate, calm down. The gnome, he was a gnome apparently. The gnome is grateful that you did not slay him. He tells you that he stumbled across Vatos many years ago and decided to stay. He is nothing but a scavenger these days, but he says he's quite happy. Vatos was deserted for many years, but gradually men and other creatures found it while seeking shelter, and a few of them stayed. There is no law in Vatos, and nobody in control, although the most powerful usually get their way. Passing caravans are attacked for food, the raids organised by a high priestess and her slaves. You ask him if he's heard of Malbordus, but he shakes his head saying, I don't take much interest in people. I just spend my time collecting and scavenging. Perhaps you have something to trade. I've got a load of shit actually. Like I've got so much shit that I probably don't need. Like, does he want a bone flute? Does he want sealing wax? Maybe. I would give a lot for one of those fancy things that you look through to make other things seem a lot closer than they really are. I don't think I have that. That sounds like a telescope. Yeah, no, I don't have a telescope. Sorry, gnome. You tell the gnome you don't own a telescope. Disappointed by your reply, he rubs his chin and says, well, you see, I really like brass. So if you have anything made of brass, I'll gladly give you a magical armband that will give you strength to your sword arm in battle. I don't own a brass handbell, I'm sorry. I don't have... Waste. Wait, we got nothing for this fucking gnome. I got nothing but disappointment. Oh. Good evening, Jedi. How are you, mate? How are you? The corridor eventually opens into a dingy room in which two rat men, this is them, are busily chewing on the carcass of a goblin. That's a goblin, is it? It does look like this one is prone boning this one, and this one is bumming him from behind. That's what it looks like to me. On seeing you, they spring to their feet and attack you with their swords. It's time to fight. It's time to fight. Ah, they're shit. We'll easily kill the first rat man. Especially if we keep fudging the rolls like this. Nice. One more hit, he's dead. There it is. Gotcha, you bugger. Kushti, good to hear, mate. Good to hear. Do him. Let's do him. Nice. It's typical. It's actually quite a slow stream for us, isn't it? It's quite tame. Right. Boom. Rat rapists dead. If you win, of course we did. Turn to 218. Let's look at our map because we've been all over the place in this. I say all over the place. It looks quite linear, actually, but we've been all over the place. In the pocket of one of the rat men, in his prison pocket, you find 3 gold pieces and a monkey's tail. Of course, what else? In the far wall, you see 2 arches and corridors running from them. Going through the left one after placing a bookmark. I wonder if it tells us how many bookmarks we've done. Look how slow this scrolls, fuck me. Oh, no, I can drag it like that. Oh my god, we've done so many. It's like we've done one for every page. We haven't. We haven't. Right, go through the left arch. You soon arrive at a T-junction. Looking right, you see the floor is covered with broken glass. And so you turn left, of course we do, into the new corridor. Corridor ends at a T-junction, turn left. You pass a doorway in the left-hand wall, which has an ornately carved surrounding of hideous creatures being consumed by flames. Let's open the door. Oh. Hello, mate. The door opens into a room which is empty, apart from a large pile of bones lying in the corner. Scratch marks on the wall appear to have been made by claws. You hear growling from a low arch in the far wall. Suddenly, the door behind you opens and 3 large meat-covered bones are thrown into the room, before the door is slammed shut again. The growling becomes loud barking, and suddenly a huge, slavering death dog bounds into the room. It sees you and immediately attacks. Oh no. Oh no. Oh really? Is it one that just like sticks on? Because I've seen ones that have got like magnets in as well. So like I think you like stick some magnets inside, and then you've got a strip that like then pulls the magnets apart. But then I've seen ones that are just like sticky strips. But that was it good for you then? Do you often not have good sleeps? I haven't the past few nights, but that's mostly because Minnie Rusty, she woke me up not last night, the night before, like 4 o'clock, 3:30. She had a bad dream. I'm like, oh, all right, go back to bed, dream something else. But by then I was awake. And then the night before, I think Mrs. Busty woke me up. She'd been a bit unwell, so she coughed. And I adapt so quick. My body adapts so quick. So this morning I was up at 3. I'm like, great, cool. This is me now. This is it. Got to stick shit to your nose anyway, and it's more expensive. Yeah. Do you know what you want to do? Hole punch. Hole punch, just in one, and then in the other one. Boom. 4 nostrils now. Yeah. That's all you need. You doubled your airway right there. I think there we go. We've got hole punch in here, haven't we? I don't think this one will work though, because I can't. You need like a miniature one. You know, like a staple remover, or yeah, ice pick will do. Ice pick will do. So we've also got, look, a giant Monopoly dog. He looks even bigger when I hold him close to the camera, but he's quite big. You've thought it through, but you thought you'd settle on strips instead. You're like, we don't need to ice pick. We'll start with the strips. Strips are like a gateway to ice picks. Right, should we fight this dog? Oh, he's tough. Look, 9 skill. 9 skill. Wait, you may as well. 2 birds, 1 stone. It's efficient that way. Yeah, you ain't so tough. Oh, alright, he might be a little bit tough. Yes! Man, I'm rolling so well today. rolling perfectly every time. Right, 1 more and this dog is out. Okay, that'll do it. That'll do it. You peer into the gloom of the death dog's lair and see that a dark tunnel stretches into the distance. If you wish to crawl down the tunnel, turn to 95. I don't like the sound. Bookmark. 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 What's our stamina looking like right now anyway? 15 to 22. Heal. There we go. Max. Max stamina. Have we got any more knowledge, by the way? No, just seen the letter H. Just seen the letter H. Okay. Crawl down the tunnel. Why not? The light quickly fades as you crawl along the tunnel until you cannot see your hand in front of your face. Oh, we haven't got light spell. Let's keep going in the dark. What's the worst that can happen? If you'd like to enable to use 2 stamina cast detect trap spell, we don't have that. Crawling blindly, you do not see a tripwire, which you accidentally trigger with your arm. An unseen crossbow releases its bolt straight towards you. Oh, test your luck. What is our luck right now? Our luck currently is 10. We should pass this. You are lucky. Woo! The crossbow bolt thuds into your shoulder. Well, that's not lucky. Making you cry out in pain. You lose 3 stamina points. Alright, fine. You grit your teeth and pull the bolt out of your shoulder. You crawl painfully on down the tunnel, which finally opens out into a dusty room lit by torches set into the wall. As you make your way across the dusty floor to the door in the wall opposite, your mind suddenly fills with horrific images. You scream in terror, as you think you see the whole room become engulfed in flames. Your flesh appears to be burning and death seems imminent. Your nightmare drags on for 5 minutes before the strain makes you lose consciousness. You come to about an hour later, and when you try to stand up, you realise that you have lost some of your nerve and courage. Your hands still tremble and you feel completely shaken. Oh my god, lose 3 skill points. Fuck me, that's bad, isn't it? What does that put us on now? 7. Oh, that's awful. You stagger towards the iron door in the far wall to leave the room of fear. I hope we can get those back, because that's bullshit. The door opens into a corridor. Looking left, you see nothing of interest, but to your right, you see glowing lights dancing about in the gloom of the corridor. Curious to find out why the lights are moving, I'm not bothered. I would rather go left. But we're going towards the lights, apparently. We're like a fucking moth. As you move closer to the glowing lights, you realise that they're starting to move towards you. 3 giant bugs with wings buzz loudly and close in to attack. You must fight the giant fireflies one at a time. Each time a firefly wins an attack round, the firefly will discharge electricity and will lose an additional 1 stamina point. Oh, fuck you. Alright, fine. We're going to win. We're going to win anyway. Don't worry about it. See, especially with perfect dice rolls like these. Right, first one, down. Second one, dead. We probably don't even need to cheat on our dice rolls on this one. He's got shit skill. Done. Completed it, mate. Oh, hello. Who's this? Who's this? Look at this. Look at his package here. Wow. Hello. You carry on down the corridor, which finally leads into a large chamber lit by torches mounted on high walls. At the top of the walls slope inwards to form a magnificent golden ceiling. A massive bronze idol stands in the middle of the chamber with its warhammer raised. Where's the gnome? He would love this. You have to walk past the idol in order to reach the entrance tunnel in the far wall. Oh god! And then he kills us. He's got 2 hammers, mate. Fuck me. But this one here, this is his warhammer. Yeah. Oh god. Walk to the left or walk to the right? Hang on. If we walk to... Wait, his left or my left? If we walk to the left, which I guess is this way, he'll swing at us. If we walk to the right, we go like behind him, I reckon. It goes against everything I ever do in these books, but I think we're going to go right. We've got to bookmark it. Just in case we make the wrong decision. But that's why I've made that decision. You walk under the raised warhammer of the idol towards the entrance tunnel. Right, I'm curious though. Right? Because we made the decision, but I want to rewind. Just to see if the left one was going to take a hit like I thought. It was! I fucking knew it. Good. Good, alright. You step into the tunnel and notice that the floor starts to slope downwards. It finally leads down to the edge of a flooded room. Water flows into the room through the mouth of a lion's head set in the wall. There's a ledge on the far wall which rises above the water, and the tunnel continues below it. You shrug your shoulders and wade into the murky water. You are waist deep in the flooded room when a long tentacle breaks the surface. The water is stirred up as the monster thrashes around, sensing that food is nearby. Suddenly another tentacle wraps itself around your leg and tries to drag you underwater. You draw your sword and begin hacking blindly at your attacker. If you're wearing a bracelet of mermaid scales, I mean, I own it, but I don't know if I'm wearing it. We'll just say that I am wearing it then. I am wearing a bracelet of mermaid scales. We got it. As you stab into the water, your bracelet is briefly submerged. The tentacled monster is immediately repelled by it and swims silently away to the deepest part of its pool. You seize your chance, climb up to the ledge and escape down the tunnel. Yes, see you later. Easy, that one. Another tunnel branches off the one you were walking down to give you the choice of directions. Continue straight on or turn left. Oh no, is this Death again? I don't know if it is. He doesn't look as hideous as the last time. Maybe it's not him. Ahead in the corridor you see a cloaked figure carrying a lantern and walking away from you. You call out, but the figure only walks away faster. You hurry after it and are almost alongside when it spins around to reveal its hideous face. Taut, yellow skin is stretched over its skull. Its eyes are blood red and sunk deep in their sockets. Surviving the stare of a phantom requires great courage. Oh no, do you think this is Malbordus' second assassin? Could be. Roll 2 dice. If the total is same or less than your skill, oh no, because my skill is only 7 now. Because we've been fucked. Oh no. Roll. Same. Yes! Oh my god, we only just passed. Despite the phantom's powerful stare, you keep control of your mind. With its arms outstretched, the phantom closes in to touch you in order to intensify its power. If you wish to fight the phantom with your sword, no. Rummage quickly in my backpack to see what we've got. What could be useful against a phantom? What will you throw at the phantom? A pearl? I don't have it. A silver button? Don't have it. An ivory beetle charm? We could try. The phantom snatches the charm out of the air and crushes it into dust, laughing at your pathetic attempt to destroy it. The phantom grabs your arm with its free hand and you're instantly paralysed. You lose 4 stamina points. By the time feeling has returned to your limbs, the phantom is well out of sight, walking stiffly along the tunnel. You continue your search. Oh no. We're alright though. We've still got 15 stamina. The tunnel finally ends at a T-junction. The cross patches show signs of more frequent use. The walls are decorated with murals and tapestries, and there are torches at regular intervals to give plenty of light. We're going to go to the murals because it's left. The mural stretches along the wall for approximately 20 metres and depicts a great battle. A mass of undead, whipped on by vile orcs, are pushing back an army of men and dwarfs. The leader of the undead is hidden by dark robes. Apart from his fleshless reptilian skull, his cold, evil green eyes stare threateningly from the mural. He appears to be holding a casket which is drawing in the spirit of the king of the men and dwarfs, for whom the battle seems lost. You are fascinated by the painted deal of the casket and marvel at its magnificence. Do you like my work? Comes the sudden question from behind you. You spin round and see a man standing calmly with paint pots in his hand and a brush behind his ears. He's smiling and seems pleased that you're showing interest in his work. I don't know, I don't trust him. I don't typically trust artists. I've got my reasons. But we'll see. This guy might be the exception. Will you attack him? Reply to his question, or just push past him and walk on? I don't know. Despite what I just said about artists, attacking him seems a bit extreme. Let's reply to his question. Let's put a bookmark in. Let's reply to his question. I do like your work. I don't like it at all. No, I do. It's good. It's average. The artist laughs and says, I never expected a compliment in this place of evil. No doubt you've been lured here with a promise of great wealth by the High Priestess Lisha. That's the first I've ever heard of her. I have staked my life on my reputation. Perhaps you have not heard that Lisha is a great lover of art, despite her cruel and terrible ways. Each year she secretly invites artists to perform their works inside the Lost City. Down the corridor you'll see tapestries, and elsewhere, there are wood carvings and etchings. She alone judges the works, and the result is final, very final. The winner receives 300 gold pieces, and the losers are sacrificed to honour the Dark One. Needless to say, I think I'm going to win. She gives us all a ring of protection to wear so that we may come to no harm while we work. I think we should kill him and take his ring, and then we come to no harm. My name is Murkegg, and I'm pleased to meet you. You ask him if he's heard of a man called Malbordus, but he shakes his head. You stress that it is very important that you find Malbordus, and ask if he has any knowledge of the tunnels and passageways. Murkegg rubs his chin and replies, I'm afraid I cannot help you much, as I spend most of my time painting. I do know that Lisha's inner temple can only be reached by walking through the curtain of golden rain. Like a golden shower. Is that it? Perhaps whoever it is you're looking for is being entertained by Lisha. All I can do is wish you luck. So we don't get to kill him then and steal his ring. It's a shame. You shake hands with him and press on down the corridor. The corridor bends to the right, and you follow it round until you arrive outside a closed door. You can hear agonized cries and a sadistic chuckle coming from inside the room. I'm sure there's two sides to it. Shall we just keep on walking? No, let's turn the handle. Let's put a bookmark in. Another bookmark. Let's turn the handle. Ooh! What's happening here? Jedi, this one kind of looks like you. And this is me. No, he's not. He's not muscly enough to be me. Clearly. The door opens into the room, which is filled with all kinds of implements of torture. The screaming is coming from a man who's hanging from the ceiling by his wrists, and the laughter is coming from his torturer, a hooded, bare-chested man who is holding a smoking branding iron. Do we want to help the unfortunate captive, or leave him at the mercy of the torturer? Let's help him? Why not? I'm feeling helpful today. The man hears you close the door and advances towards you to attack with his branding iron. Fight him. Oh, he's got quite a high skill though. We still roll better though. Fuck you. Shit, I think I should have left it. Damn. You've shaved since then. Right, one more hit. This guy's toast. He's dead. Come on. Good roll. There we go. Good roll. See you later, shitlord. He's dead. You take a bunch of brass keys from the torturer's belt and find the one to unlock the victim's manacles. At first he's scared of you, believing it's a trick, but gradually you convince him that you mean him no harm. You learn that his name is Thita, and that he was a servant of the High Priestess Lisha, and was caught trying to escape from Vatos. He asks you why you are wandering about in the dungeon of Vatos, and you tell him about Malbordus, the quest, and the messenger of death. His eyes widen, and he says, I saw a cloaked figure suddenly materialise before my very eyes in the treasure room where I was hiding before being captured. I only saw its face for a moment, and it was hideous. It put something inside a golden casket and then disappeared again. Alright, so we shouldn't open that casket then, because it's only going to be another letter, isn't it? Theta declines the offer to accompany you on your mission, saying that he must try to escape again. You wish him luck and say goodbye. You leave the room together but go your separate ways along the corridor. Turn to 66. Oh, that could have been... You could have put that here. It's a waste of a page, isn't it? You soon arrive outside another door. No noise comes from the other side, but when you try the handle you find the door is firmly locked. Not anymore, it's not. Magic! Open door! After uttering the spell, you hear the lock click open. You use up 2 stamina. What are we on now, stamina-wise? 11. Ooh, better heal. Better heal. Holding onto the hilt of your sword, you open the door. You enter a marble-floored room, which is bare except for the bronze head of a beautiful woman mounted on the opposite wall. You're surprised when its lips suddenly start to move, and you hear her speak. Welcome to the Room of Question, says the soothing voice. It has been an age since I last spoke to anyone. You are obliged to answer my question or die. Answer it correctly and you will be rewarded. Answer it incorrectly and you will suffer. Now, tell me, how many gold pieces does Lisha give to the winner of the art competition? Oh my god, we know that. 300. 300 because Murkegg told us. Murkegg the artist that we couldn't kill to steal his ring. Right, yes. 300. We have... Alright, I've got to type it, have I? 300. Correct. Excellent. Well done, continues the talking head. You have answered correctly. Red smoke starts to pour from its mouth and swirl around your face. When it finally drifts away, the bronze head is still and silent. You are left feeling powerful, as though destiny is with you. You gain 2 skill points. Let's check, though. Fuck yeah, we're back up to 9 now. And 2 luck points. With renewed enthusiasm, you walk out of the room and up the corridor. What's our luck at now? Because we've used quite a lot, and we're still back up to max now. We've been gaining so much luck. Oh, look, so we've got more knowledge as well. Lisha's inner temple. Walk through curtain of golden shower. Okay. Turn to 17. The corridor ends at a doorway, which is made of iron. You turn the handle and enter an empty room, which has 2 doors leading from it. One to your left. Click. The door opens into a room which is completely empty. There is a mosaic floor which has an abstract pattern, except for the area in front of the door on the opposite wall, where there is the head of Medusa. On the door, there is a small box with a slot in its top. You walk up to the door, turn the handle, and find it's unlocked. If you wish to put a gold piece into the box before stepping through the doorway, I think we should. Unless it's a trap. Oh, I don't know. My gut is saying we should. We should make a little donation. So I've put a bookmark down, but we're doing it. After placing the coin in the slot, a panel in the door flaps up, revealing, much to your horror, oh no, the letter T scratched in its reverse side. The messenger of death has struck a blow. You lose 4 stamina points for the shock to your system. Oh no. So we've seen H and T. Oh, boo. Alright, we're still alive though. You curse the evil game and walk through the doorway. I'm trying to do the right thing, so I thought. I got fucked for it. Not happy about this. Turn to 268. Although light shines through the open door, you can see nothing beyond the doorway. We've got no option but to step slowly into total darkness, so in we go. Your hands touch rough stone on either side of you, and you realise that you're in a corridor. Your heart thumps as you make your way slowly down the corridor, but what you are unable to see is a sharp blade which is set between the walls, less than a metre from the ground. It cuts painfully into your shin, and as you feel the blood start to run down your leg, you start to panic. You lose 2 stamina points and 1 luck point. Eager to escape from the black corridor, you run along it, bumping into a door at the far end. Should we heal now? 16 to 22, I think we should. Just to be safe. Just to be safe. Oh, hello. Who the fuck are you? Look at this guy. Where's the rest of your face? He's only got one eye. The door opens into a candlelit chamber which has a strong musty smell. The floor is covered with debris, scraps of rotting food, matted hair, ash, teeth and animal droppings. When the door behind you closes, the door in front of you flies open, and a deformed, one-eyed mutant lumbers into the room, brandishing a silver rod. A bolt of white light shoots out from the rod and burns a black patch on the floor by your feet. The sun has set outside, and the night horror is stalking the corridors of Vatos in search of prey. Oh no. It is blood, but only because I've been tugging it too much. So now all that comes out is blood. Yeah, I mean, it still feels nice. So yeah, I'm not going to stop. I'm not going to stop. If you wish to use your sword against the loathsome creature, turn to 85. If you're on a search for your backpack for some other weapon, I mean, let's see. As you sling your backpack off your shoulders, another bolt of lightning shoots out from the rod. I think we must be... We've got 10 luck. We should be able to pass the luck. Yeah. The bolt of light flies past your head and scorches the wall behind you. What item will you pull from your backpack? The mirror could be useful, but a sandworm's tooth. Let's put a bookmark in. I think the mirror might be useful because we can like ping the light back at him. But like the sandworm's tooth, why are you suggesting that? We're going for mirror. Right, we're rewinding. Sandworm's tooth. Rewind. In fact, can I... Where did I bookmark? Where did I bookmark? Did I bookmark this page? 145. Ah. Alright, so we either lose the mirror or we lose the tooth. I think we're going to have to lose the mirror then. Oh, unless I can rewind from here. No. Alright. We've got to lose the mirror then. He's going to smash it. Alright. The Night Horror is a formidable opponent and is difficult to defeat with a sword. Oh, fucking hell. If you win an attack round, your blow will not have harmed the Night Horror's undead flesh as it would any other mortal creature. They will only lose 1 point of stamina rather than 2. Further, the life-draining aura of the creature makes it difficult to fight back. You will have 2 fewer points of skill during this fight. Oh, this is fucking bullshit. I'm not happy about this. Alright, so what does that put us on then? It puts us on 9 skill. It's not too bad, I suppose. Time to fight. Oh no, 9 now minus 2, so 7 against his 10. Fuck. And we only do 1 damage on each successful hit. Fuck me. Off off to a good start. Off to a good start. Let's bring that up a bit so you can see my health. There we go. Alright, not doing too bad. We can keep this up. Fuck. Fuck. Oh dear, oh dear, oh dear. We're getting fucked up here. Don't worry, I can heal when I want. Right, that's a hit for us. Finally. Jesus. Oh no. So I can't do quick maths. Right, that's got to be a hit. No, alright. Another one for him. He really is a tough foe, isn't he? Oh no. Fucking hell. Right, get in there. I don't know if it's worth doing like a luck roll just to get some extra damage. Yes! Alright, we got to make use of the luck then, because otherwise this fight goes on and we take a load of hits. Alright, one more hit. Hopefully. Hopefully there's not a round 2 because he's so formidable. Oh, fuck me. We did it. That was a tough one. That was a tough one. Even with all the cheating. As the night horror drops to the ground, it releases its grip on the silver rod. Suddenly, there is a grating noise above you. Out of the hands of its owner, the rod has mysteriously triggered a mechanism in the stone ceiling, which is lowering down towards you. You frantically run to open one of the doors, but both are firmly locked by some powerful magic, and cannot be opened even by Nostromo's spell. Oh no. Do we pick up the silver rod, or do we turn a crystal key? Oh, we put a bookmark in. Let's try picking up the rod. You seize the silver rod, and to your immense relief, the ceiling stops its descent. You wonder how to open the door opposite the one through which you entered. I've got a crystal key. Let's use that. Using your chosen method to unlock the door. Okay, so it's going to take us to the same page then. So we go through the thing. You toss the silver rod back through the doorway. Why? Why don't we keep it? Oh, okay, so you hear the grating noise of the ceiling beginning to lower again, knowing that you're safe from attack from behind. You look around the room you found yourself now in. Okay, fine. The room is small and sparsely furnished, with just a table and chair. A chisel and mallet are lying on the chair, and the floor is covered with wood shavings. Oh, another artist must be here. On the wall to your left is a large wooden carving, 2 meters by 3 meters inside. It depicts the scene of the lost city being attacked by giant sandworms. Do you want to take a closer look at the wood carving? I don't, because I reckon we'll see one of Death's symbols there. But I feel like we should put a bookmark in. Oh, look at it. Looks very nice. Very nice. The carving is very intricate and must have taken months to complete. You look at the buildings and suddenly notice there is a hairline crack running at roof level. You find that one of the roofs lifts up and the inside of the building has been hollowed out. Your luck is in, for inside the building is a small dragon carved out of ebony. Oh fuck, I'm glad we came here then. You gain 1 luck point for discovering a dragon artifact. You smile to yourself and slip it into your pocket before opening the door in the wall opposite. Fuck yeah. Again, waste of a page. Could have put it at the bottom, couldn't they? Oh, who are these guys? Who are these guys? They don't look happy to see me. The door opens into a large hall which is lined with armour and weapons. At the far end of the hall there is an altar on a raised plinth, where 3 men with sallow skin are ceremoniously clothing themselves in dark brown robes. One of them sees you and signals to the others. They each pick up a sickle and advance towards you. They are dark disciples. If you wish to tell them you've come with a gift for Leisha, sure, I have come with a gift for Leisha. Okay, we're not wearing a medallion. Test our luck. What is our current luck? 8. We can do that. Look at that. We got the luck roll. The Dark Disciples believe your story, ha, mugs, but say they cannot allow you to take the gift to Leisha herself. They say they will take it to her on your behalf. So the only thing we can give them is the monkey tail. Is she going to like that? Is that a good gift for a high priestess to give her a monkey tail? Are they into that? Find out. As they begin to argue about which of them should take the gift to Leisha, you slip past them and walk towards the archway in the wall behind the altar. Good. Oh, hello. It's like Nightmare. Did you ever watch Nightmare? I fucking love that show. And they walk into another room. That's all like green screen, isn't it? And they're like, where am I? You're in a corridor and there are arms coming out with swords. So walk forward. And then they start walking, but nobody ever tells them stop. So then they walk into it. And then old Trey guy's like, oh, your life force is draining, young man. And then they're like, oh, walk backward, you cunt. And like, you never told me to stop. And then, yeah, I like to imagine like the bus ride home with these kids. And like, you're fucking shit. No, you're shit. Yeah, you're all shit. Let me settle it for you. You're all shit. That's what this reminds me of anyway. That's what this reminds me of. Right, so the archway has an elaborate surround of carved stone. You look through the archway into a corridor and see what looks like a shimmering gold curtain. Oh my god, the golden shower! At the far end. Mounted along the walls are swords gripped by stone hands. Holding your sword tightly, you step warily along the corridor. As soon as you reach the first sword, its stone arm jerks into life and attacks you, while the other 3 cut through the air, awaiting their turn. You must fight. Oh no, what's our health like right now? It's pretty fucking good. Looks like it's maximum. And look, we've still got all of our provisions, guys. We've been so good. You must fight. They've got shit skill, and we're not at a minus this time, which is nice. And we'll do our normal damage, so hopefully these fights won't take too long. We'll get straight through this corridor. We'll get through the golden shower. We'll see Leisha. We'll go, hey, did you like our gift? She's like, no, it's fucking monkey tail. What am I going to do with that? I don't know. Floss your bum with it? What else are you going to do with a monkey tail? I should have left it at that. Never mind. We still got it. Third sword. How many have we got to fight? We've got to fight 4. Easy mode. When you reach the end of the corridor, you realise that it was not a shimmering curtain you saw, but a fine spray of golden rain which cascades from a series of holes in the ceiling into a shallow trough in the floor. The corridor turns left at the point where the golden rain falls, and stretches left as far as you can see. Note, we are stepping through the golden rain. For once, we're not going left. Oh. I thought when we went through the golden rain we would meet Leisha. This isn't how I pictured her, guys. I feel like I've been catfished a little bit here. I'm not happy about this. Although the golden rain feels wet on your skin, you remain completely dry. You step into a luxurious chamber whose walls are decorated with frescoes and paintings. The floor is made of polished marble, and on it stand several low tables. Cushions are scattered around the shining floor. A huge, bare-chested man with a bald head clad in baggy silk pants is standing with his feet apart at the far end of the room. His hands are resting on the hilt of a curved sword. On seeing you, he immediately strides forward to attack. He is a slave guard of the Outer Temple. You must fight. Right, we'll fuck him up then. Don't worry about it. It'll be easy. Oh shit. It'll be easy. It is now far into the night, and the strenuous efforts of the day have left you feeling tired and thirsty. You find a bowl of water on one of the tables, which you empty down your throat in seconds. Too fatigued to go on, you lie down in the corner of the room, on the soft, inviting cushions in order to rest. Ooh, should we let ourselves fall asleep? I think... Thing is, right, last time we were tired and we lay down and let ourselves fall asleep, we woke up and we were being raped by a blanket, and I don't want that to happen again, so we're going to stay awake this time. You sit up with a start when you hear a deep humming coming from the corridor on the other side of the Golden Rain. There is a door behind the drapes, but it is locked and there's no time to open it. Let's hide behind the drapes, shall we? Through the semi-transparent drapes, you can just see a white-robed man enter the chamber carrying a golden chalice. He's wearing a headdress which is fastened by a gold clasp in the shape of a phoenix with its wings flat against his forehead. When the priest sees the slave guard, he drops to his knees and presses his ear against the dead man's chest. Then he looks up, and after quickly surveying the chamber, runs out again without noticing you. Wasting no time, you set about opening the door. Yeah, we better get the fuck out of here. As you see the door in front of you, you find it's fastened shut with a padlock. Use the spell. You utter the words of the spell, but nothing happens. You use up 2 stamina points in the attempt. Oh no. Unknown to you, shit, the Golden Rain has drained away all your magic luck powers. Oh, fuck me, this isn't right. You have no choice but to hack the lock open with your sword. Fine, I'll do it. Oh. Well, hello. It's like a Resident Evil puzzle, isn't it, guys? Shall we read on and see what the fuck's going on? You chop furiously at the lock until it finally gives way. The door opens into a corridor which you walk down until you reach 2 doors at the end. One door has the symbol of the sun in relief on it, and the other door bears the symbol of the moon. There are also strange carvings carved below both the sun and the moon. Shall we have a look at those carvings again? I don't know if the picture is accurate to what they're supposed to be. One sort of looks like it says Aussie, and the other one looks like, I don't know, it's like a cheat code. Is that the Konami code there? No. Use 1 stamina to cast read symbols. Finally, we get to use this spell. Alright. You utter the words of the spell. Oh yeah, fuck. the Golden Rain had drained our spells. Alright. Alright, fuck. Do we open the sun door or the moon door? Oh, I don't fucking know. I'm gonna go say the moon door, only because it's nighttime right now. The door opens into a narrow sloping corridor which leads into another chamber. The walls are covered with hieroglyphics and there are 3 clay pots standing on top of a stone table. We lift the lid of the white pot, the black pot, or the red pot. Or none, just walk through the chamber. Bookmark. And red pot. The pot is empty, but fortune is not with you. The underside of the pot lid has a letter E written on it in charcoal by the messenger of death. Oh no. That's the 3rd letter we've seen. You lose 4 stamina points and 1 luck point. You throw the lid on the floor, but it's too late. Will you lift the lid on the white pot? Why not? Let's open all of them. Let's open all of them. Inside the pot, you find a copper ring which has a lightning bolt engraved on it. Will you place the ring on your finger? Absolutely. Nothing happens when you put the ring on your finger, and you decide to leave it on. Good. Let's do the black pot now. Inside the pot you see a shriveled paw about the size of a monkey's. Take it. As soon as you touch the monkey's paw, its fingers twitch, and with a will of its own it tries to grasp your hand. Test your luck. Oh no, my luck is only 5 right now. Shit, we should heal as well. We should heal as well. Alright. What was my luck? 5. Ooh, we passed it though. You manage to pull your hand out of the pot before the claws can dig into your skin. You slam the lid back on the pot and decide what to do. Let's get the fuck out of here. Beyond the archway, the corridor is well lit and in good order. There's no sand or dirt on the floor, and the statues and carvings on the walls show no signs of deterioration. The corridor soon ends at a door, which you discover is open. You enter an empty room with one other door in the far wall and a trapdoor in the floor. If you wish to open the door, turn to 307. If you wish to open the trapdoor, no, I'm not going in the trapdoor. We're going to open the door, obviously. Bookmark. Bookmark. Open the door afterwards. The door opens and you walk into a room filled with treasure. There are chalices, statuettes, chests filled with gems, caskets, and hundreds of fabulous artifacts. One thing we're not going to do is open the golden casket, because was it the gnome? Did the gnome tell us about? He saw death to put something in there. But the thing is, if we open the casket, what if it's a dragon artifact and not? We're going to open it and rewind if it's the wrong choice. There is a scroll of paper inside the casket with a message written on it in dried blood, which read, "The messenger of death awaits you." A shiver runs down your spine at the thought, and you tear the paper into shreds, hurling the casket at the wall in a fit of rage. You look around and decide what to do next. Okay, that's fine. It wasn't another letter then. Shall we take the statue? The statue is heavy in your hand and is worth an unbelievable fortune. If you succeeded in your mission, you will have been more than amply rewarded. You gain 1 luck point. Good. With the statuette in your backpack, you decide what to do next. Shall we help ourselves to one of the gems? Sure. The gems are hot to the touch, although they do not emit any heat at a distance. So we're still at 5 luck because we gained 1. Shit. Alright, luck has run out. Cool. Your sword hand is badly burnt and some of your dexterity in combat will be lost. Oh no, you lose 1 stamina point and 2 skill point. How's the house moving? So I've been chasing it up today. I spoke to our solicitors today. I was like, look, it's been like 3 weeks since we had the memorandum of sale sent to everybody. And you know, the next step was the seller's side solicitor has to send a draft contract through to my side solicitor, and then they can start actually soliciting. Not like hookers. I hope not. Anyway, I'm not paying them for that. Although if you think for the money they want, you should get a bit of that. But so it's been like 3 weeks and still nothing. So I phoned them today and said, can you chase this? Because, you know, there's been viewings in this house at the weekend. They walked mud through on the carpet. I wasn't happy. We came back. Mud on my living room carpet. I'm like, I know it's not my house, but come on, mate. Come on, mate. Fuck you. But anyway, so I was like, can you chase this up? Because, yeah, we're going to be against the clock now. And then, as it would happen, the estate agent rang me today. He was like, hey, how's it going? I was like, hey, fine. Hey, speak to the seller. And he rang her. Do you know what she told him? She said she's done all the paperwork for her solicitor. She uploaded it all to their little portal thing. So they've got it. They just haven't fucking done anything with it. So anyway, so that's where we are. So hopefully she's going to ring them today and say, can you fucking send it over? Because I want Tom to give me all his money. Which I'd love to do. I just need them to do their shit. So that's how we're going. That's where we are. But so, yeah, the reason the estate agent was actually ringing me today was the people in the house we're buying, they're in the same situation as us. They're renting it. Their landlord doesn't want to be a landlord anymore, so they're selling. That's what's happening here. Our landlord was like, I don't want to be a landlord anymore, fuck this. So he's selling. But anyway, so the tenants there were given their notice yesterday. Like, official, here's your date to fuck off and get out. Hopefully they do. Because I'm not buying it if there's still somebody in there. So anyway, they showed up at the estate agent today and they said, hey, look, can you ask the guy who's buying it if they want to buy our big shed? They called it a summer house. But it's like some big wooden building at the back end of the garden. If they want it, they can have it for 500 quid. I was like, well, I can't answer that because when we went to view the place, they were actually in the garden. So we didn't go into the garden, so we haven't seen the thing. So I was like, if I can see the thing, check out its condition, then maybe. So I'm going there tomorrow. We'll see. We'll see. It might be good because then we can put all of our like home gym stuff in there instead of in the garage, which would be nice. So we'll see. They want 500 quid for it. I'm hoping they don't want that 500 quid to sort of help them with a deposit for, you know, moving to where they're renting next, because they're not going to get the money until we exchange contracts. And we're not exchanging contracts until they're not in the house anymore. So, I don't know why it's so fucking difficult to buy a house. I don't know why it's so fucking difficult. Just, you know, get all the legal people on a phone call, on a Zoom call, yeah? Get it done in an hour. Get it done in an hour. Is it that simple? It would be. If I set up my own law firm, yeah, that's how we'll do it. We'll 1 hour house buying, that's what we'll call it, .com, .org. It is, mate. I'll tell you what, the worst bit is not really having any control over any bit of it now. You know, we've given everyone everything they could possibly need from us. Yeah, I've even given them money in advance for the next bit, so they don't have to then ask me for money so they can do the next bit. But you know, all I can do now is make a nuisance of myself and phone people up saying, "Can you phone them up?" Because I'm not allowed to phone them up. Breaks the rules. So yeah, it is a ball ache. But it'll be nice when, you know, something happens and you can see progress going on. But yeah, fuck me. I can see why it's stressful for people. And the thing is, we're no chain as well. I can only imagine it's got to be so much more stressful if you're in the middle of a chain and then everyone else has got to get all their fucking shit in order as well, along however many people are in that chain. God, they're just exactly, mate. I know where they live. I know where they fucking live. So yeah, that's where we are. But you know, it's a positive sign that they've been given their notice. Where about Cloud, they won't notice me. I'll just have to not talk though. I've got a very distinctive voice. They'll know. They'll go, "That's Rusty Tom off Twitch." I know their voice. I'm one of the dozens that tune in every week. But interestingly, yeah. So when I spoke to the agent today, he said they were given their notice yesterday by the letting agency. The hat. Well, the thing is, I put the balaclava on over the top of the hat, so you can't tell it's a hat. You just think I've got like a weird shaped head. I don't put the balaclava on, then the hat on top. Yeah, that would be stupid. But yeah, interestingly, he said that the tenants in that house, they've been given their notice to leave today by the letting agent. But the landlord apparently didn't know that had happened. So I'm like, so what were the... Why did the letting agent, after it had been on the market like a month ago, or longer, so I'm like, so after all that time, have they just gone into business for themselves? They've just gone, actually, we should probably tell them to fuck off. Because if the landlord didn't know about it, it means she didn't tell them to do it now. So why the fuck are they... I don't know. I don't fucking know. It's not my business. Well, it sort of is, but it's not. Anyway, let's leave the room at the door opposite. It's the only option we've got now. The door opens into another corridor. You know where we're going? Left. The corridor ends at a flight of steps. If you wish to climb the steps... Well, of course I'm going to climb the steps. I'm not going to turn back like some coward. There is a solid oak door at the top of the steps. You turn the handle and are surprised to find that it is not locked. You're even more surprised to find that the door opens out beyond the city wall into the Desert of Skulls. The bright sunlight hurts your eyes after the gloom of the dungeon catacombs. You look down at the sand and see footsteps leading away from the door around the city wall. Shall we follow him? Is it going to lead us straight to death, though? We're going to follow him. I'm not even going to put a bookmark down. The door slams shut behind you, and you find that it's firmly locked. You follow the footsteps around the city wall for about 15 minutes until you find the man who made them. He's lying face down in the sand and appears to have been dead for at least a day. He looks like a servant and is certainly not Malbordus. There is nothing on the man which can help you, and so you run back to the oak door. Because you've passed through the golden rain, even your magic is useless against it, so you have to try and break it open by hacking furiously with your sword. Suddenly a shadow passes overhead. You look up to see what caused it. Riding through the sky on the back of a huge black dragon is the man you came to defeat, Malbordus. The dragon roars and you can just make out the wicked laugh of Malbordus. The dragon flies off north and there is nothing you can do to stop it. Malbordus will lead his hordes of chaos across Alancia and the world will fall under a dark shadow. Oh, you failed in your mission. Just when I said, I'm not going to put a bookmark down. Well, but I thought Malbordus needed all of the dragon artifacts, but I found, excuse me, a dragon artifact bone dragon and a dragon artifact ebony dragon. So surely he can't succeed. I don't know. Maybe we're going to have to go back to the beginning and see if that was the case. But we failed anyway. You failed in your mission. Well done. Dong. Well, that was it. That was Temple of Terror. We did much better than we did last time I tried it, which I think was a fair few months ago. But like I said, we did that one with the actual book. Next week we might try this one, Port of Peril. So I got another 2 since we did the House of Hell last week, and it was a toss-up. I was going to do Port of Peril, but I was like, no, fuck it, Temple of Terror. But we'll see. I might get the rest of them. I might. It's a much easier way of playing than the way I have been doing these game books. Although I do enjoy sort of going through the pages and whatnot. But this is just easier, isn't it? It's more convenient, especially while it's all boxed up. But that'll be it. That's it for this week. We lasted a lot longer, like nearly 2 hours before we died. And I know we're using bookmarks in this, but it's not cheating. It's part of the game. It's in here. I didn't make it up. But that's it. That's it. We'll try Port of Peril, I think, next week. So until then, have a lovely time. Look after yourselves. Thanks for hanging out, and good to see you again. And I'll catch you again